What's up, summoners? King Blair here. You ever go into RTA, you queue up, you're all ready, and then your most hated unit comes up and just destroys your day and destroys your team? Well, that's what I'm going to be talking about today. My top 5 most hated units in Epic 7. Now, this list is going to be completely opinion based, and people will have completely different heroes that they dislike and don't like going against. So, this is my own personal. I will say why I don't like these units and I hate going against these units. And hopefully, if you have these units, you know if you use them against me, I'll probably be pretty tilted. But yeah, if you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and join the Discord server, link down in the description. Also, if the unit you really hate going against didn't make it on the list, make sure to comment down below. Right, enough about that. Let's get on to my top 5 most hated unit list. So, for honorable mention, I am gonna put this one unit, these 2 units actually. Because it is kind of annoying, and I know a lot of people actually hate going against these, but sometimes for me, it just depends on how good it does. But honorable mention Riley, I hate going against this dude. It just feels like it's so much RNG when you fight him. It's like, if you hit him, you win. If you don't hit him, you lose. So it's kind of like, is he going to pop off this fight? Is he not going to pop off this fight? And the other honorable mention is going to be Falconeer Clury. So this one is not necessarily like, I don't feel threatened by her, but it's still like, for some reason, she just always seems to just mess up my day. And since I know she's very fast, she forces me to draft a certain type of way. So I don't enjoy it. But again, it's not something that when I see, I'm like, oh man, I hate this unit. Get this unit out of my face, right? So that's the type of units that we were going to try to be talking about. All right, now let's start with the number 5. Which unit do I hate going against a lot? That is going to be Spectre Tenebria. And I actually do have Spectre Tenebria, and I do abuse Spectre Tenebria as well. It's kind of ironic that I hate going against her. But this unit is just, it's really annoying to actually go against, and I hate seeing her because people tend to draft her within the first 3 picks, right? People will typically pick their stand at either second or third pick. Sometimes even first pick if they really want to secure that Spectre Tenebria pick, since she is so highly coveted. Why is she so annoying? The second they draft the Spectre Tenebria, you are forced to bring AoE. If you don't bring AoE, you lose. So you're forced to play a certain type of way to counter this hero, and I don't like that. It's kind of annoying. The other thing is that since she holds Book, they have access to soul burns. Since she's a mage, they have access to soul burns, and it's just so much you have to deal with. The fact that you have to play a different type of game, the fact that she brings Book, and the fact that she's just a late game killing machine. If you take way too long to kill her, she will just destroy your whole team, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? So it's really annoying whenever a unit forces you to bring certain units or have to play a certain type of way. I don't like being forced to play any certain type of way, right? So Spectre Tenebria, kind of toxic in that aspect. I think she's super OP. I love using her, but I gotta admit, she's kind of toxic, right? She's pretty toxic. Now on to the number 4. This unit, I feel like I never actually let her go through if they pick her. I typically end up banning this unit. Cerise. So why do I hate Cerise so much? Why do I hate going against her? So if she's first pick, I have no idea if they're going cleave or not, right? If they can pick her and go cleave, go control, or go bruiser. And it just makes it really hard for me to decide which one they're going to be going for. And it just puts a lot of stress because you're like, I have no idea what to pick, right? If you pick the wrong counters, if you try to guess the wrong thing and they end up going a different team, you could get messed up. The other thing is that Cerise, oh man, I don't know if the people you guys fight against Cerise are this fast, but the Cerises I'm fighting are like 290 to 300 speed. They're like stupid fast. So you know you're not getting that turn 1, right? So if they get a Cerise, you're not getting turn 1. If you don't have immunity set, your priority unit's getting stunned, right? I love using top model Luluka, but I haven't been able to use her as much because of Cerise. Because Cerise is so fast, she's able to easily contest the top model Luluka and S2 her. And even if she doesn't do that, the S3 alone, the restrict, there's a lot of units I rely on that need the CR push, and the decreased speed is just absolutely crushing. The 30% reduction of speed is usually too much for people to try to handle. So very annoying unit to go against. Super duper fast, can fit into a ton of team comps, and just the dual attacks, it's just like, she can just destroy your team with these dual attacks. She could have no damage dealer and still win because you get hit so many times with dual attacks. And it's so frustrating, y'all. It's so frustrating. All right, now to the top 3. So the top 3, we talked about 5. We talked about the other eventually. We talked about the top 4. While I do dislike these units, there's a special place in my heart for these top 3. I super duper hate going against these units. It's like if I see this unit on the enemy team, I automatically get tilted. I'm just like, okay, it's gonna be one of those games, right? And I just get tilted. I'm just like, I guess I'm not gonna get to play the game, or I'm not gonna have fun, right? So number 3 is going to be Last Rider Crawl. Y'all, this unit, oh man, this is number 3, and I'm already getting heated because I hate going against this unit. Why? So this unit just does so freaking much. So if you other know, I'm kind of like a pseudo control player, right? I play Bruiser control, and Last Rider Cross immunity is so annoying to deal with. He's able to early set immunity, and it just really stops a lot of the combos that I have. But that's not it. This skill also penetrates defense, and I rely a lot on squishier units like Akali and Spectre Tenebria. And this AoE is usually way too much when paired up with a unit like Tempest Surin or Arbiter Vildred, and it will usually kill a team if you pair this team with something else. The other thing is that everyone first picks this guy. Everyone. Every time someone first picks this guy, I'm just like, oh man, because you don't know what they're doing. They could tank cleave you. They could just tank you out. They can do so many things to you. It's such a versatile first pick. I honestly think it's one of the best first picks, along with like Ross and Falconeer Clary and Cerise. Like that's like the top first picks right now. And it's just every time they put it, they automatically get so much bulk because of the passive. They automatically have immunity, making it harder for control teams to do stuff. They already have damage. He does everything. He does everything except do debuffs, right? That's the only thing he doesn't do. And he even buffs himself, right? And this speed, he'll be able to lap you. And some people will sometimes pair him up with Spectre Tenebria, Soulburn this S3, and it just makes it so you're getting horsed down all the time. It's just so much initial damage. So much initial damage. I really do hate going against Last Rider Crawl. It's very frustrating. It's a unit that I've learned how to deal with him, but it's still very hard to do because of the barriers, the immunity, the damage. He just does a lot. But now on to the top 2. So these top 2, if you thought I hated Last Rider Crawl, man, this unit, it's just, why is he still in this game, man? Why can't this guy get deleted? Arbiter freaking Vildred, all you Gab gamers out there that have Greater Basket RBs, that are abusing Greater Basket RBs, man, y'all really making my life difficult out here. I hate this guy, dude. There are so many. I have Tamara Luluka, I have Emil Haste, and I still struggle with this guy. This guy, it's just like, you have to bring 2 units to deal with him, or they just ban one out. They can easily pick the other unit out. And even if you get his counters, quote-unquote counters, like Tamara Luluka or Emil Haste, that's not even really a counter, because he can outspeed the Tamara Luluka and you're screwed. And Emil Haste, if it's a tank RB, you can't do anything. You're not going to kill him. He's going to miss on the S3, going to counterattack on you, and then you lose the game. And then, oh man, it's just, that alone, the fact that he revives is so frustrating, because not only do you have to kill him one time, you gotta kill him twice. And there's so many counters to this guy, but he still sees so much freaking play. I still see him in like over 60% of my games. There will be an Arbiter Mildred. This guy does too much. Why the heck does he have a blind? This is a big one. Why the hell does he have a blind? Why is this here, bro? He already does tons of damage. Why does he get a blind for 2 turns? 100%. Kayron gets a blind for 1 turn. AoE. This guy has it for 2 freaking turns. Decreased hit chance is probably one of the most annoying debuffs in this game. Like this guy, the amount of times I've lost to this guy just doing stupid stuff, like whether it's proccing Greater Basket and hitting a Spectre T or an Akali or any squishy unit, like they just like zoom in on the 2 targets actually need to hit and it just does dummy damage, or they pair up with Cerise to do dual attacks, or they pair off with Ross to do dual attacks, or Lilias. The coming back to full health, getting the turn back, doing double S3, like, right, he gets a turn, and then you kill him, and he does it again, and you're just like, well, there goes my team. And if he gets a gap, GG, right? 40% chance to just win the game. And then, of course, the ultimate, just being stupid. Like, why is this there? To this day, I still hate Arbiter Vildred. I've hated him since he got his buff, and that was over a year ago. And I have all the counters, I play the counters, and I still hate going against the guy. I like draft against him, and it's just so frustrating to go against that guy. But there is one unit in this whole game that will always have a place in my heart of how much I hate her. Even if she falls off the meta, even if she never sees play again, the scars will remain. Fallen Cecilia. Y'all, this girl is so annoying. And it's not just RTA, right? You see her everywhere. Guild Wars, Arena, RTA. You see her everywhere. Everywhere that's PvP, she's gonna be there. And I am so tired of going against Fallen Cecilia. the team comps that she enables. The SSB in the past when the SSB was broken. The S Tennis, the T Sarts now, the A Collies, the Landies, all these toxic team compositions all can be traced back to this freaking unit. She is the best defensive unit in this game, and this barrier is just so dummy thick. It's one of the dummiest thick barriers that you will ever see in this game, and it's so annoying to deal with. You can't really do much, right? Except hope you have a Bazaar, but then they still get, like, you're picking several units to try to counter one unit. Because if she gets in the field, her team just became a tank team. You could have all squishy units, but if Fallen Cecilia is there, that is now a tank team. And then, of course, the skill 3 nullifier and the S1 100% chance to provoke. Simple kit, but it's so annoying. And this is why this unit will never... I will never fight this unit in RTA. I already see her enough in Arena in Guild Wars. I perma-ban Fallen Cecilia. I never want to see a Fallen Cecilia in my RTA matches. I don't want to deal with that toxicity. I don't need that in my life. I don't need that blood pressure. But yeah, that is going to be my top 5 most hated units. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments if there's a unit that I missed that you really, really just dislike. But these are the units that I just think are so toxic and so annoying to deal with that just really, really grind my gears. But that's all I got for you guys today, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.